Previously in Malaysia.
Why do you have a fedora?
Help me.
We have a pretty short trip in Penang. We're only here for today and tomorrow. That was honestly some of the best Malaysian food that I've had. What is this? This is a cappuccino. The view from up here is absolutely insane.
What is happening, bro?
We're spending 2 weeks in this country, covering 4 different cities with 4 different lifestyles to see whether this truly is a country that you should skip or an underrated gem waiting to be discovered. Welcome to Malaysia.
We have arrived to Ninh Binh. Not Ninh Binh. Where are we?
Oh, bro, you're not a photographer, vlogger, bro. You're bro. You're lawyer. Stop, bro.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Now, this accommodation was a wellness resort. We got the entire apartment to ourselves, which was very spacious, but the apartment was not the main feature for this place. But we'll get to that soon. As always, the first thing we do when we get to a new city is grab some food. Apparently this place has amazing dim sums, so we're trying it here. We're also trying Ipoh white coffee, which is something that apparently you have to try when you come to Ipoh. It's a local coffee style that they serve here. Alright, this is the famous white coffee.
Like normal coffee? That's fine.
It's very sweet. It tastes kind of like it's using cheap coffee, but
yeah, it looks like hotel coffee.
It's like
the pre-packed ones that you make.
it's like if you got Blend 43 coffee and made it kind of cold and put like condensed cream in there. It's not the worst. For hot weather, it's not bad. The food at that restaurant was actually pretty good. We ordered like a lot of things. I think we ordered like 10 dishes and we only paid 100 ringgit, which is super inexpensive. We're off now to get ourselves some motorcycles so we can travel Ipoh and just discover some of the hidden gems nearby. You're so cool, man. We secured our bikes, but before going out to explore, we decided to head back into the resort for a bit to cool off in the pool. We're back in the accommodation now because we're gonna go for a bit of a swim because it's super humid out here. And this is the view that we get from our hotel. There's a lot of amenities here as well, just random amenities. There's a swimming pool, a playground, a tower that you can go up, a restaurant, a clubhouse, a gym, and a spa, and there's also a running track that you can go on. So this is absolutely insane, and you're going through the jungle, which is bloody crazy. This is the pool. What the hell? There's a mini slide here as well, but
It's working as well.
I doubt that we're the demographics for this. This is insane. That is the jogging track. I think it starts here and you can go through the jungle, which is absolutely crazy. This might be my favorite pool that I've ever swam in. You get to swim between Ipoh's famous limestone cliffs whilst also having all the luxuries of a high-end resort. This was probably the best way to prepare ourselves for Ipoh. A nice dip in the pool and now we're off to get some pizza. And before you judge me for getting pizza while in Malaysia, I'm kind of done eating curry and noodles and I think I need a break and get some Western food. So pizza it is. Nothing beats pizza off the pool. So we're going to Michelangelo Pizzeria. Apparently it's a big famous one in Ipoh and the pizza looks delicious. Now while it does seem like a dumb idea to get pizza whilst traveling in a place that is known for good food, Malaysia has its own unique pizza scene and there are quite a few places around Ipoh that specialize in Western dishes. Guys, the owner of this pizza place is from Chicago and apparently he specializes in making the best Chicago style pizza. So we have high hopes for this, don't we? I started off with an affogato and I could instantly see the fusion of Italian and Malaysian flavors. The ice cream and the coffee had that Asian ice cream texture, which I absolutely love. This was like an affogato on crack. And then the pizzas came out.
That is insane. That pizza was okay. Honest review. A 5, yeah, that was not nice. That pizza was pretty average, but the bigger issue was that my shirt was now covered in pizza sauce. So before anything else, we went to the local night market to see if we could nab a shirt. Time for night markets. These night markets open at like 6 p.m. and they close at 2 a.m. So if you have nothing to do while you're in Ipoh, night markets are always an option. We finally got a change of clothes. This is real essentials if anyone's wondering. These markets aren't as overstimulating as the ones in Thailand and Vietnam. So if you've been to Thailand and Vietnam and done any night market shopping, this is very, very tame compared to that. I'm not finding the most interesting stuff here, but there are a few vendors that do have some unique stuff. It's mostly the fake shoes and the fake shirts that you get in Thailand. Just, you don't have that wide range of selection if you're looking for it, but not bad. Cool to check it out. I thought Ipoh was like a rural town, similar to Ninh Binh in Vietnam, but it's really lively. It doesn't feel rural at all, and honestly, there's like much more happening here than there was in Penang, which is absolutely wild.
We finished up at the markets, walked back to our bikes, grabbed a quick sip of water, and drove back to our accommodation for the night.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the accommodation. It's 1:40 a.m. right now. The plan was to sleep early and wake up at 5 a.m. so we could go watch the sunrise, but I don't think that's happening anymore because, yeah, it's just way too late. Tomorrow is going to be a very action-packed day. We've got a few caves that we want to explore, a few temples we want to see, and a few viewpoints we want to go to. The bikes have been filled up with petrol, so we're ready to go in the morning. Right now, I'm going to get to sleep and try to wake up as early as I can so we can start tomorrow and start exploring Ipoh. So, see you guys in the morning.
We started off day 2 with a quick walk around the track before getting ready to head out.
You got nice, good Punjabi, very good boy, good body, and everything one pack good. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome to Tasik Sermon, one of the most iconic tourist locations in Ipoh.
Welcome to Tasik Sermon, or better known as the Mirror Lake. It quite literally is a lake surrounded by limestone cliffs, and the reflections are supposedly perfect because there's no wind that comes here. Right now we're walking through a cave that actually leads to the lake. The story is that a bunch of miners accidentally found this lake while tin mining, and it became a tourist attraction only in 2019. So it's actually a hidden place for the locals for the longest time. These cliffs are around 500 million years old, which is absolutely insane. I've never actually walked through a cave to get to a lake, so this is a very unique experience, and the views here are supposedly some of the most insane that you're ever gonna see. All right, this is supposedly the photo spot, so it should be the best mirror views, but there's not really a clear mirror. Like, I mean, you can see a bit of it, but there's a mirror lake in New Zealand, which is a lot more clear than this. This, I don't know, maybe we're coming at the wrong time of the day, but it's not very mirrored. It's also kind of windy, so you can see like water ripples, which is kind of ruining the mirror effect. But I don't know. I think, is this how it's meant to be? I'm not sure. The pictures looked like there was an actual mirror going on, so I'm not too sure why it's like this. Apart from that though, the limestone cliffs are amazing. This is absolutely insane. Look at that. If you forget about the Mirror Lake part, the rest of the scenery is, yeah, this is beautiful.
This cave and lake was Tasik Sermon 1, but on the other side was Tasik Sermon 2, and this one was my personal favorite.
This is Tasik Sermon 2. This takes you through the cave, like it's a little boat ride that takes you through the cave. And probably the view of the cave is better. The view of the actual lake is better from Tasik Sermon 1. I don't know why it wasn't mirrored today. Maybe we just got unlucky with the weather or something. But I'm more keen for this one because this actually takes you through the tunnel. It's like a tunnel with a boat ride through it. So we also got some more white coffee right here. This is like a local brand. It's for the actual lake that we're at. They've got their own bottled white coffee. It's not too bad. I don't absolutely love white coffee, but I don't hate it either.
The experience starts with you putting on a vest and a helmet, and then you sit on a little inflatable raft to go through a cave. The cave itself is really dark, and you have to use your phone torch to see where you're going. You also have to make sure that you duck down occasionally to avoid boinking your head on the tunnel rocks. But the real treat is when you make it to the other side of the cave. On an inflatable boat in the middle of a 500 million year old lake surrounded by lime cliffs. This was truly surreal. Also, you can get some networking opportunities, I guess.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone going?
Good.
Tasik Sermon, this entire thing is absolutely insane. The cave ride that we just did was so, I don't know, it's really dark in there, so you can't really see much of the cave, but on the other side of it, you're surrounded by like limestone cliffs. I don't even know how to describe it. It feels like you're in Jurassic Park. Absolutely insane. We're now off to Kelly's Castle to look at the castle. I actually don't know what Kelly's Castle is, but apparently it's got a good drive, so let's go. Out here is where you probably get the best view of the castle. That you can go up there and stand at the top. You can see some people up there, but we're just gonna check it out from out here and just chill. Maybe grab some coconut water from over there.
Kelly's castle looked absolutely amazing, but given the tight schedule we were on, it didn't make sense to do the entire tour. If you have time, I would recommend heading up to the top, especially if you want to take some amazing photos. Anyway, the next location we were heading to was a place that I had been incredibly keen for since booking this trip, the Perak Cave Temple. Also, thank God for these bikes, or else we would be stuck in traffic forever.
Quick tip, guys, if you're riding a bike in Ipoh, just be really careful. We just rode all the way to the temple and we went through a couple of highways, and honestly the cars here are ruthless. They will tailgate you, they will try overtaking you, and it's honestly kind of dangerous. So if you are renting a bike in Ipoh, just make sure that you know how to ride one, because honestly it's one of the most chaotic driving experiences you're gonna get. This is a whole temple inside an actual cave. I don't even know how old this thing is, but it is one of the prettiest temples I've seen. A bit of light coming in from the cave, and you have the big Buddha statue right there. That's absolutely stunning. There's a hike right here, all the way to the top of the cave. This might be one of the easier hikes to do, just because we're inside a cave and it's like actually not too hot in here. I retract my previous statement of this being an easy hike. There are so many staircases. And because you're in a cave, you're actually gonna be sweating more than you would be outside. Okay. There's so many staircases, it just never stops. We're only 1/3 of the way done with this. So, oh my God. I thought this was gonna be easy. Leg day, leg day, leg day, leg day. This is what I get for skipping leg day. Oh my days. This is not a joke. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the f? What is that? What is that rock? Alright, we made it. Made it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They have secret inscriptions, look. They have like a...
I said wait.
They have like an inscription up there.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What? What the f is this?
This was probably the steepest hike that I've ever done, and from what it looked like, we still had a long way to go.
Okay. Oh my God, we made it up. Oh my God. Look at that.
The walk up here was long, but the views were also pretty damn sick. The walk back down though, completely sucked.
I'm sweating buckets right now. That was one of the most tiring hikes. I feel like I've like jumped into a pool. That's how wet I am, but it's just sweat. It's so hot.
This was probably the most tiring drive back home, but after an incredibly long day in the heat and a hike that nearly destroyed us, we luckily had the ultimate pool to cool us down. For the remainder of the day, we decided to enjoy the beautiful accommodation to relax. To finish up our time in Ipoh, we came here to try the famous bean sprout chicken, an incredibly simple dish, yet it was very fresh and tasty. Ipoh was different to what I had imagined, and yet it was the kind of travel that I love. I thought that Ipoh would be a quiet city, but instead it was incredibly lively whilst also retaining the natural charm of Malaysia. The city was surrounded by beautiful limestone cliffs, with many secret hikes and caves to explore as well. Ipoh managed to blend the modern city life with authentic Malaysian culture, and that is why it's a city that I think you need to visit. But with that, it was time for us to hop back into our taxi and head to the final and most iconic destination of Malaysia. I will see you all in Kuala Lumpur.